Wouldn't it just be easier if when you were busy, you had this computer that wasn't working against you? What's happening, guys? Dan Debenham here, and welcome to Just the Facts Friday. I did tell you that we were going to do more of these. I was going to bring this back, and I'm starting 2020 as I mean to go on. So without further ado, what are we looking at today? We are looking at editing large files using proxies within Premiere Pro. That is, using a low-res proxy file of your video to edit to, get it all in place, get it all done, and then when you output it, you're outputting the original file. So it saves you time and it saves you the heartache of trying to scrub back and forth and it blocking up, and you're constantly rendering stuff to get to be able to see it and play it back and get all your stuff in play. So without further ado, let's get into Adobe Premiere. Let's see how it's done. Okay, so now we're in Premiere Pro. I've got a new project window open. I've given my file a name and I have saved it to a file path, so it's ready to actually be launched. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to change the general settings or the scratchy settings, but we are going to go to Ingest Settings, which is just there, and we're going to click on the Ingest button, which is here. And then across from there, you've got several options. The top option says Copy, Transcode, Create Proxies, or Copy and Create Proxies. We're going to go with Create Proxies, so we're going to select that. We're then going to go to the preset section, and we're going to pick a preset to use to create our proxies from. In my case, I'm just going to go with H.264, but I'm going to do it at 1280 by 720. So I'm going to click OK on that, and then I'm going to click OK and launch the project. So we're now in Premiere Pro full. We've got the project open, but we've got no footage, no timeline, nothing on here basically set, so you can't see anything. But we do need to import some footage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my project bins. I'm going to go to Media Browser, and then I'm going to navigate to where my footage is. In my case, I'm going to use these 4 clips here. So I'm just going to highlight them, and then I'm going to right click on those, and I'm going to click Import. Now what's actually happening with that there in this case is it is now launching Media Encoder, as you can see, and it is now importing these files and transcoding them into 720p. As you can see, each one is called ._proxy now, .mp4. And what that will do is it will continue to do that, and it will import those files when they're completed into Premiere Pro as 720p proxies. So in essence, what you're doing is you are editing on a cut down low-res version of your video and allowing your computer the ability to work at a much faster speed. Once you've done that and you've got your footage in there, you can edit away as normal, and then from that point on we'll look at exporting the footage, which exports out at a normal aspect ratio and a normal file size of what you shot. So if you shot 4K or you shot 5K or you shot an 8K video, it will output at those at that size, that file size and that aspect ratio. It won't go out at 720p. You're only using 720p to speed up your workflow and to speed up your computer, to stop it from choking on large, massive file sizes when you don't need to edit on those actual files. Okay, so now we've got the footage in there, and we've dragged all that footage across and created a timeline. As you can see, it's got the 4K footage in place, and we're able to scrub through it. However, what we do need to do is we can go through to proxies. So as you can see from here now, I'm now using the proxy footage, and that is toggling the proxies on and off. So I can toggle the proxies, I can toggle them off. So we're now using a proxy footage in order to be able to edit our footage. If you don't see this toggle button here, what you can do is click on the plus sign, and then it's here, and you just grab it and you just drag it back onto your timeline, onto your toolbar at the bottom there, and then it's there forever then, and you can just toggle those proxies on and off. As I say, this allows you to edit your footage in a much quicker and much faster format. There's no lagging, no messing around, and you can just scrub through without any problems whatsoever. My machine's actually fast enough to edit on 4K, but if it wasn't and you were using a lower res machine or your lower spec machine, This allows you to edit the larger files, including even 1080p. You can proxy 1080p footage if you want to, and push it out at 1080p afterwards. Basically what happens is once you've edited your footage together, you go up to File and then to Export Media, and once the media box comes up, it will edit and send out the footage at the correct file size that it is. In this case, it's going to be 2280 by 1080. So you're looking at a fairly large file size there. It's not looking to push out these proxies that we've imported into Premiere Pro. It saves so much time. As filmmakers, we need that time. That time is money, and time is creative time. It's impacting on that creative time, that filming time, that gathering footage. And using proxies just speeds up your workflow no end. It just means you can get that project done, get on to the next one, and you're happy as Larry. Hope it was useful. This is very quick. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please do like and subscribe below, whichever side that is. I can never remember. I've been doing this over a year now and I still don't know which side those buttons are. I think it's that side, but I'm going to edge my bets and point down there as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!